Hello everyone. Welcome back to Sustainable Living with Shilpa Reddy, powered by Planet Green, Farm Natura, a new beginning to your life. On this episode of Planet Green Sustainable Star, I have with me a dear friend. She hails from a small town who followed her heart and worked relentlessly to make her dream come true. She's a gentle soul who's conscious and spiritual. Let us welcome the ever smiling and positive actress Pragya Jaiswal. Hi Pragya. Welcome to my show and thank you so much for making it happen.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm really flattered to know that you thought I was worthy of being here.
Oh, come on, don't say that. Of course you are. So, my first question to you is I want to know, like, has there been any moment in your childhood that connected you deeply with nature?
So, I mean, there hasn't been one moment. I
Uh-huh.
think my childhood was in nature.
How is that?
Actually, from a small town in MP. So, I've grown up amongst just nature.
Wow.
And as kids in a small town, there's not a lot of recreational activities.
Right.
So for us, that one major outing that used to happen very often was our visit to this national park, which is very close to our hometown.
Wow.
So this national park is Kanha National Park, So every
Really?
time there's a relative visiting your house or friends visiting or anybody who comes home to see you, you have to take them out somewhere if somebody is
Right.
living with you for a few days. So we ended up just going to the forest every single time. So
Wow.
wildlife and safaris and all of that were my favorite part of childhood. So I feel like I felt the closest connection to nature in my childhood going to the wildlife forest.
Now
So-
I envy you. How many times you must have been there and I don't get to plan even, once.
Yes, this was, and we didn't even know the value of it as kids,
Oh.
It was just like, oh, because this was the only option. You only know this, so you don't
Best
know.
option.
Yeah. Now that we've grown up, I'm like, I need to go back to my town. And
Wow.
it's so difficult to plan now.
Yeah. So, Pragya, did you envision that this was going to be your future as an actress? And also, I wanted to know, like, what are the things that impacted you or influenced you to become the person you are today?
As a kid, I didn't know what I was going to be. I just knew that I have to work very hard to be successful in life, and I wanted to be that.
Oh.
So I was really driven. I was like the first in class of my school. I was
Really?
the head girl.
Academically brilliant.
Yes,
Wow.
I was the head girl of my school. So, I was that kid that other kids were just like, we don't like this child because our parents keep giving that example. That one kid who's good in
Really?
everything. I was that kid. But I wanted to pursue, I wanted to be a professional. I didn't know what. I wanted to be either an army or a doctor. I actually went to law school. I'm a qualified lawyer. I just
Wow.
didn't pursue my degree. But I think universe, God had different plans. While studying in law school, I realized that this is not my calling. And I started modeling just as a side thing, just to earn some pocket money.
Right.
And I'm just grateful that I realized in time what I truly wanted to do. And now I'm happy that I'm living my dream.
So, what kind of influence did your parents have upon you?
So I come from a middle class family. My parents are very simple, and my parents have been into fitness and healthy lifestyle. So I feel like what I am today is definitely has got a lot to do with my upbringing. My parents, my dad, I remember even when we were so small, my dad used to do yoga. So I'm doing Surya Namaskar since I was a baby.
Wow.
So, and my mother, because I was a little bit of a weaker child. So, since my childhood, I was given like super healthy food. So, I feel my food choices, my lifestyle choices, fitness, being conscious about my fitness, all of that comes from my parents because they are both so conscious.
Wow.
So, I feel it's in the family, and I feel actually what I am today, a lot of credit goes to my parents for that.
That's beautiful. That's true. You spoke about yoga and how your parents have influence upon you.
Yes.
Nutrition is a very integral part. It should be an integral part in everybody's life, but then more so in an actor's life.
Yes.
It affects everything from your moods to your skin to your memorizing capacity of your lines to everything. So, what do you do to live healthy? And do you have a certain kind of food or some choices that you have to live a healthy lifestyle and be conscious about food?
Okay, so to begin this answer, I will firstly just clarify that I love food. I'm a
Okay.
big foodie. And like I said before,
Huh.
as a kid only, I've always just enjoyed my greens. I've enjoyed fruits and I've enjoyed all healthy things. I'm just
Wow.
somebody who naturally doesn't like junk. Like I'm somebody who naturally wouldn't offer cookies and fried food and chips and things like that. So I eat well and I eat everything just healthy and in moderation. So I feel that's something that really helps me survive long days of work, to be active, to be energetic, to, I think, remember my lines well. So I feel food is definitely a very, very important aspect in our lives. And I make sure no matter what is not in place, no matter how hard, difficult life gets, food always has to be in place.
Do you pack your food wherever you go?
I always carry my food. My
Perfect.
assistant, sometimes when I'm not able to carry, he's always carrying food. He knows if food is not there, ma'am can get cranky. So many times you don't get enough sleep, you're traveling, things are very hectic. But
Right.
if food is in place, I'm all right.
Perfect. Feels like it's like you're like every parent's dream child. Wanting to eat greens from a young age. Oh my God, I'm still struggling with it with my son.
Really? Oh, yeah.
He eats healthy, but then greens, that's a parent's dream.
It's a bit of a challenge. Yeah.
Pragya, how would you choose between something that makes you immensely happy and something that brings you success? If it is one or the other, which one would you choose and why?
Most definitely, like without a doubt, I will go for something that makes me truly happy because I think you will be truly happy only with something that you truly love doing.
Yes.
And that's very important for me. I think if you love what you do and you are really happy doing it, you will automatically be successful in that. So,
Wow.
so I feel if you can get the best of both, why not?
Absolutely.
So if you're happy, there's a chance that you may even be successful. But if you're just seeking success, you might not even get success and might not even be happy, is how I would see it.
Perfect. That's so brilliantly put.
I think so.
So, this generation is all about social media and we learn so much, we get inspired. So, how would you use social media to address things about climate change or conscious living?
I feel social media in today's time and age has become one of the most important tools for spreading any kind of message, you know. So I think the biggest example is Sadhguru.
Yes.
I think he is moving mountains. He's doing things that I have never seen anybody do before.
Right.
He's spreading the message. I think a few years ago he did something related to the rivers, which was River Rally.
Yes.
I wasn't even aware of something like that, but
Yes.
because of his strong stance and his passion for it, he got so many of us to come together to work towards it. And the latest right now is Save Soil movement.
Yes.
So I feel like social media is a very powerful tool if you know how to use it correctly. And it's very important that people with a voice, if they take something like this up about climate change, we can really make a difference to the world.
You're right. Sadhguru is the biggest influencer and not just an influencer who knows how to use social media
Exactly.
to inspire people and move millions.
Yes.
So, Pragna, what does conscious living mean to you, and what would you say to the younger generation? How should they ethically choose products or anything that they do?
So for me, I feel like conscious living means being aware that your actions have consequences and then choosing wisely, choosing mindfully, choosing the clothes that you wear, the products that you use for your skin, for your hair, for your home. Just making sure that these things are eco-friendly, not damaging the environment in any way, not damaging anything that is going to eventually affect lives. So I feel if we can just take baby steps in that direction, that's a great way of going forward.
It sounds so simple, right? But it's so true.
It is true. And also, I think difficult because every person has to make that effort.
Right.
It's each one of us all are small little choices that I feel impact so largely. So
So, do you have a favorite skincare brand or a clothing brand that are eco-friendly?
I have a few clothing brands that I absolutely love that I feel are eco-friendly. Today I'm wearing Sukriti Akriti and I feel this is cotton, linen,
Beautiful.
khadi. And today also actually I had a choice.
Okay.
I could choose two, three outfits and I was like, no, this is sustainable. So let's wear this.
How
So
nice.
that is how I am trying to make small choices.
But don't you think they also are very comfortable on your skin? I mean,
They are great. I just feel like I have really sensitive skin. And for me, it's very important how a fabric feels on my skin. And whenever I choose something that's more eco-friendly, it feels better on the skin as well.
your skin actually breathes,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
So when I have a choice, I love to wear what is more comfortable and what feels great.
Right.
So I feel these are small steps I'm taking now in that direction.
No, that's a great way to start. So Pragya recently had called me, and I remember how persistent you were to do the inner engineering course, and you wanted to do it from the ashram.
Yes.
So, what is that driving force which stimulated you or triggered you to, want to do inner engineering?
So, Shilpa, I've always been somebody who's inclined in this direction, a little bit spiritual in some way. So, for me, whenever I have the time off from work and from shoots, I want to work towards becoming a better version of myself, better version in every way. And I feel like Sadhguru has some tools to help you be a better human being, a more conscious human being, a more mindful human being. So I want to always work towards becoming better and more aware of myself and more mindful of every little thing that I do, because I feel like all these small habits, they tend to make such a big difference to your life. So
And
I
also
just
people around you.
yeah, so I felt like I have an inclination towards that, and it's an inner calling. It's not some incident that has happened in my life that inspired me towards it. I am somebody who wants to explore the meditative state. I want to learn to meditate better. I've gone for Vipassana before. That may
Wow.
sound a little
No,
bit much,
it's
but
not.
I want to be able to be better. You know, especially in our life, I feel there are so many small little things that are actually in the long run not so important, but they can affect you. And you know that this is not right. You know you should not feel like this. You know it, but you don't know
Yes.
how to not feel it.
Yes.
It will affect you, and then you're like, no, 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 I should not. I should be above all of this. But
Yes.
then you have to work towards becoming that.
Absolutely.
It won't just happen.
True.
You are aware that this is not okay, but you don't know how to do better. So I feel like we all need to constantly work towards it and just strive in that direction whenever you get an opportunity. So for me, inner engineering was that step. So I want to just be able to have a healthier, more conscious lifestyle,
Yes.
be a better person, a more conscious person.
How would you define spirituality?
For me, spirituality is something that I have always leaned on. It has helped me become a little bit more aligned, more centered, more grounded.
Yes.
And I want to stay true to myself always. So, spirituality is just understanding that there is this universal power.
Right.
And we're all a part of this cosmos together,
Absolutely.
just playing our part.
Right.
So I just want to play my part in the best possible way while I'm here.
I don't think I've seen anybody define spirituality so beautifully, because the moment we say spirituality, they think of temples or pujas or rituals.
Oh, that is so different.
Yes.
Religion, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm as religious as I am spiritual.
Right.
I am religious also because that's been my upbringing, but I think I would call myself a more spiritual person.
Absolutely. It is said that we're all spiritual beings living
Correct.
a human experience.
Right. Yeah.
So, in a actor's life, fashion is an integral part, and most of the time, I know you don't get to choose because of the character you're playing. But if Pragna is given a choice, what kind of clothing would she prefer and why?
I think I actually don't have a choice, just being born the way I'm born, because I'm born with a super, super sensitive skin.
Oh, okay.
So, when I'm on a movie set or if we are going for promotions and stuff, you have to still stick to a certain look. So that you don't have a say, you have to go with what is what is truest to the character you're playing in the film, and then whatever the promotional strategy for that could be. So playing a character or promoting a film, we only have that much of a choice.
Yes.
But in real life, when I have to choose clothes for myself, I just tend to gravitate. I'm telling you, I'm not even like consciously making an effort. I just gravitate towards more eco-friendly fabrics, because synthetic clothes and those fabrics give me rashes.
Right.
And I just turn red. So I don't have an option. God has just made me like that. If I'm given a choice between this outfit and another outfit in a different fabric, I will go for this because this feels better on the skin.
So it's your body which is telling you what is right for your skin.
I guess. And my body tells loud and clear.
That worked in your favor.
Yes, I guess. So my body does not agree with a lot of fabrics that are not eco-friendly.
Right.
In my wardrobe, there will be a lot of cottons and linens and super soft, eco-friendly fabrics and outfits.
A lot of people look up to you. You're an actress, influencer, and fast fashion has become a threat to the planet.
Right.
And it is said that fashion industry is the third largest polluting industry. So from your side, how would you influence the youth to gravitate, like you said, towards sustainable fashion?
Wow. I mean, I think we all can do small steps towards it as long as we can be aware of the kind of clothes we are wearing, the fabrics that we are wearing, because I know that fast fashion, uh, it includes those kind of clothes that cause a lot of damage to the environment.
Right.
So I feel if we can be aware of the fabrics that we are wearing and maybe not buy so much of clothes which are just super trendy, but they need to be, replaced very quickly. I think we all can repeat outfits also. As actors, I think a lot of actors have started repeating outfits because if it's not needed, why buy another pair of jeans? And jeans are supposed to be the most damaging to the environment, is what I know.
Yeah,
So
it
as
takes
long as
too much water.
to make one pair of jeans. So maybe if we can buy lesser of those clothes that damage the environment, and if you have them, then repeat it. Or buy fabrics that are more eco-friendly, because I feel now that we are in this generation, everything is affecting us. And in our future generation, it's only going to get worse. So I feel small conscious choices by each one can make a lot of difference.
That's right.
So I would like to just propagate that.
So, Pragya, you said you make choices that are conscious and sustainable. So, what is your take on conscious products?
I'm really trying to make conscious choices. I love that you believe that I do. But yes, baby steps. I'm trying my best to. So, actually, since the last couple of years only, I've become aware of the products that I'm using in my kitchen and in my room. Uh, I think only during lockdown, because we had no option but to go to supermarkets ourselves and buy these products. That was the first time I actually started reading the labels. How it's made, what are the ingredients. So I feel like it's very important if we can just make sure that the products that we are using are eco-friendly, not damaging the environment.
Right.
Like actually just a few days ago, I had a chat with a friend and he was telling me that he at some point was using palm oil. And then he realized that palm oil is leading to deforestation, and deforestation is making the orangutans lose their habitat. And there are such few of them right now that they are on the verge of extinction.
Right.
And my friend was like, I'm going to stop using palm oil. I'm going to use another oil now.
Wow.
And I thought this story was so inspiring.
It is.
So I feel like if all of us can make these small steps, can take these small steps and make these small changes in our lifestyle.
Understanding the actions and consequences.
Exactly. Of the consequences of our actions and the consequences of our lifestyle choices.
That's right.
Can make so much of a difference to the planet. And now I don't think we have an option because it started affecting us. I feel a few decades ago, maybe it wasn't so bad.
Right.
But now we are on the verge of things going down really badly.
In fact, we are actually seeing the impact
we
of
are seeing the impact of climate change. We are seeing the impact of nature's wrath. We're seeing the balance getting disturbed.
Yes.
We see like how actually before we started the chat, you mentioned about untimely rains.
Yes.
It's affecting untimely rains, affecting the produce, affecting farmers, affecting all of us. So I feel it's a vicious circle. One thing is affecting the other.
Absolutely.
So as long as we can take these small steps, I feel it's a really big step in the right direction.
Yes, you're right. You're so true about it. So what would the 3 pieces of advice be that you would give to today's young men and women aspiring to excel in their fields? And along with that, how to be conscious of their work and how it impacts in the world.
The 3 pieces of advice that I'd like to give to younger generation would be, like what we discussed before, love what you do, because that's very, very important.
Right.
You have to love what you do to be able to be happy. And if you're happy and you're seeking brilliance in what you truly love, you will be successful. So that is my first piece of advice. My second piece of advice would be to dream big, because there's nothing impossible. There's nothing unachievable. As long as you can conceive it, perceive it, it's possible to achieve it. Wow.
Oh my God, look at the rhyming right there.
So I feel like don't be afraid, like dream big. And actually my third point is be fearless. Like don't be afraid, because you will always be you will always face failures. There will be failures, there will be criticism, but you have to go for it. You have to have the courage to follow your dreams. Be fearless in the pursuit of whatever you're seeking, and you will get the results.
And
these 3 things would be to the younger generations to excel in their fields. And I feel like if they can make conscious choices in terms of their career in the sense, if they are opening up, say for example, a factory, just making sure that they are using ways and means to minimize the production of trash, making sure it's done in the most eco-friendly way, not damaging the environment in any way. So follow your dreams, excel in it, but make sure you don't damage the environment or cause pollution or cause any kind of imbalance in nature, because all of this is going to eventually affect your life and your lifestyle and your future generations. So be successful, be happy, love what you do, but make sure it's healthy and you're in you're in sync and in tandem with nature and nature's laws.
Wow, that is so beautifully summarized. Ye bhi karo, but make sure you do this.
Yeah,
but that's a
if
fact.
It's possible.
If everybody can have that thought in their mind and choose their field of work without creating much damage, I think that's the dream world that you're looking for. Okay.
Which will need a lot of work, but there's no time better than now.
Yes. So you are from a film industry. So what solutions can you suggest to help the philosophy of sustainability to take a strong foothold within the film industry?
To be honest, I don't think it's very easy, because on a film set, there's a large number of people from all stratas of society.
Yes.
And not everyone is knowledgeable enough about the impact of their actions. But I feel like small little changes, like avoiding the use of plastic and maybe using something that's more biodegradable, like those cups and cans, can be helpful. Using your own personal water bottle, which maybe not made of plastic, but something that can be
reused.
reusable cups, all of that, or bottles, steel bottles, all of that can be really helpful. So this is a very small thing. And I feel the other thing could be, on a film set, we are shooting indoors, outdoors. If we can just ensure, especially when we are outdoors, to leave the place the way you got it, or when you arrived, how it was. If you can leave it the same way, that can go a long, long way, because there are so many times that we travel to far off locations, stunning locations for our film shoot, but then by the time we leave, there's just a lot of
Trash.
yeah, I feel that happens unknowingly. And in our country, and India being the country which is known to the world as a conscious country, we come from a land where awakening has happened. We come from the land of Buddha, the Sadguru, all the wise ones.
Yes.
We are the center of spirituality, I feel.
Yes.
In the world, people come to our country for yoga, for spirituality. We are teaching the world about everything, and when we go outside, our roads are not clean. So it's a contradiction, it's an oxymoron, that we, being the most conscious and aware country, we are not imbibing these things, and we're not living it when we are probably supposed to be the examples of it.
Right.
So I feel if we can work towards that, just simple things like don't leave your trash in outside, like pick up the way you got it.
Yes.
The way you got all of those things, pick it up and take it back and throw it where it's supposed to be thrown.
Absolutely.
So all of these small things, if we can be mindful of, even in the film industry, it can go a long, long way.
Yes.
And I feel a lot of film sets are being aware of it. Like a lot of
You see the
producers, yes.
Okay.
I have read in the news a few times also that a very big project once was criticized, that they shot near a beach and there was a lot of trash, that from next time onwards, that film unit made sure that wherever they were shooting after that, they made sure they left the place cleaner than they found it.
Wow, that's a big change.
So yes, I feel now that people are becoming aware and people are being appreciated for these actions. They are being encouraged to do more and more of this. So I feel these are small little changes that I have already seen, and I'm hoping that more and more film units can make these changes, I feel, and it can be helpful.
It can happen. Like when I speak to you, you're so positive, and it feels like things are going to change for better.
I hope so.
Pragya, you have millions of followers, and every day people praise you and criticize you. What kind of mindset does an actor, celebrity need to face criticism, comments, at the same time, accolades and appreciations?
I feel like for an actor, when you sign up for this, you know that this is your lifestyle. Criticism and applause, it's like two sides of the same coin. But I feel if you are being authentic to yourself, you're being true to yourself, and you love what you do, and you know that this is okay with me, this is not okay with me, and you accept yourself for that and truly love yourself, nothing affects you, because who you are is who you are. That's not going to change. So others' perception of you cannot affect you after a point. So I feel like one just needs to be really self-assured and really authentic. If you're trying to please people and not being yourself, that is harmful. Then you will not last very long. So you need to be a very, very self-assured person. You could be however you are, but as long as you know this is who you are and you accept yourself for it, the criticism and applause doesn't matter.
Right.
I feel. And anything too much is not good. Even taking applause or compliments to your head too much is not good. So we need to be grounded and balanced and centered. So I feel like this is how I see it. And this is how I am inclined towards spirituality also, because I want to be neutral.
Yes.
I always
This
want
is
to maintain,
spirituality.
I want to maintain that neutral stance, that no matter how successful you get, or no matter even if you're going through a little bit of a low in your life, you are still the same person. I want to be that person. So no matter what the criticism is, or the applause. I am who I am.
Did it ever hurt you though?
Oh, it's every day.
It hurts.
Every day
too.
there are small incidents, right?
Yes.
There are things that will affect you. But then you have to keep coming back to yourself. You know how to navigate it. That is how I was speaking about Sadhguru's tools. I'm like, I want to equip myself with these tools so that if any time I am going a little straying away from the path, I know how to bring me back.
Right.
Don't let these things affect you. Don't go too much here, too much there.
Try to
Remain,
find your balance.
Try to find the balance. Be neutral as much as possible.
Right. So I want you to make one resolution on my show. What would be that one resolution towards more conscious and sustainable lifestyle?
Okay. I would normally say that I would like to avoid using plastic and use the other options instead, something that can be recycled. But I know in my line of work, it's not the easiest thing to do.
Right.
That is something I anyway try to do. So I will take a new resolution today.
Okay.
Because this is already happening in my life. I think from today, I'll just try to be more conscious of the products that I use in my life.
Okay.
I have been conscious also, but I think I want to genuinely bring this change in my life. The food that I eat, the products that I use for my skin and hair.
There's a Sustain card, by the way. Just
Yes,
letting you know.
yes, I have just visited your store, Sustain Cart, and I am so fascinated by all the products, and especially your line of your
Bhumitra skincare.
Yes, that's your skincare line. So very, very fascinating. And I want to be able to use products that are generally eco-friendly, conscious,
Yes.
you know, that have not caused damage to animals or nature in some way.
Right.
So I will make sure that I read the label, I read the ingredients, and I understand how it's made. So that is one resolution I take here today.
Fabulous. So this is a rapid choice round. I'm going to ask you, you just answer which is your favorite.
Right.
Okay. Mountains or beaches?
Beaches.
Grasslands or forests?
Forests.
Caves or valleys?
Valleys.
Okay. Birds or animals?
Animals.
Plants or trees?
Plants.
Water or fire?
Water.
Sun, moon?
Sun.
Roses or lilies?
Roses.
Really? Wow. Fruits or vegetables?
Fruits.
Fruits? Okay. Farming or gardening?
Gardening.
Sunrise or sunsets?
Let's say sunset because I see that more.
Rivers or oceans?
Oceans.
Rain or snow?
Snow.
Really?
Fascinated.
Okay.
Rain we see every year.
Okay.
Snow is like unique experience.
Yeah, you're right. Biking or trekking?
Trekking.
Camp or a cottage?
Cottage.
House or a farmhouse?
House.
City or a village?
City.
Okay. Skydiving or scuba diving?
Scuba diving.
Summers or winters?
Summers.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I love heat. I can't stand cold.
Okay.
Though I answered snow, but that was for one unique experience. But otherwise, I love everything hot.
You remember what you answered, and then you're trying to justify for what you answered. Oh my God. Salad or a smoothie?
Salad.
Okay. Perfect. We know you more.
Yes. I also got to know myself a little bit more.
Okay. So thank you, Pragya, for making it happen. Thank you for coming on my show and sharing such interesting insights. In fact, you made it sound so easy and positive. It felt like we have solutions for everything. So thank you once again.
Wow, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you again.
It's only your influence. It's people like you who I really look up to. And like I was telling you before, there are these small little things that you do that are so fascinating and that inspire me to be able to do these little things and to think the way I think today.
How sweet. Thank you. Humbling for you to say that. Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
I hope you all enjoyed this fun and inspiring conversation. Please subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for more updates. Signing off, Shilpa Reddy.